In this module, we will cover several sections, including your name, your address, your phone number, and your email address. To make edits to any of these sections, the first thing you need to do is log into your Psychology Today account. Within the main dashboard, you will click on Edit Profile. From here, we will first edit your name by clicking on the pencil icon located next to your name. Please be mindful, most of what has been written in this NAPE section was already taken care of during your sign-up process. However, if there has been a change to your name, such as you recently got married or divorced, then it may be necessary to update your name accordingly. Plus, if you have obtained a new license or degree, feel free to update your credentials here as well. But before you close out of this section, make sure you scroll all the way down, as this is also where you can add a link to your private practice website. Most therapists may add their main homepage website link. However, I would recommend you consider adding your About Us page link instead. The reason for this is because by the time a client is checking out your profile and they decide to click on your website link, they are actually at a stage of wanting to learn more about you as a provider. Let's make sure that we are all clear about the role of Psychology Today when it comes to marketing. You need to treat your Psychology Today profile as though it's an online brochure of your practice. So when they visit your About Us page, that page needs to be designed for the client that requires additional information about you, your specialty, and what benefits do they get when actually working with you. Now, after adding your website link, you may notice there is a link to add a verified Psychology Today seal to your website. If you click on it, you will be forwarded to a different page that will encourage you to promote your practice by adding a verification seal onto your website. According to Psychology Today, the purpose of adding this seal is twofold. First, it offers reassurance to the client that you are a legitimate professional counselor. And second, when adding this seal onto your website, using the code they provide, it can improve your rankings on Google. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the marketing tactic that gets your website to show up or rank on Google, it is actually called search engine optimization, or SEO. In a future course, I will teach you step by step on how to implement SEO onto your private practice website. But until then, let me give you a quick explanation. SEO involves different tactics that will allow you to get more visibility to your website. One of those tactics involves building backlinks. A backlink is a link to your website that is placed on someone else's site that when clicked on would send a visitor back to your site, hence why it's called backlinks. When you work to build backlinks, you're essentially trying to build or increase the authority that your website has. You see, backlinks are like votes. The more votes your website has, the more popular it becomes, thus increasing your authority. Google will then take notice of how authoritative or popular your website is becoming, and it will reward you by slowly increasing your rankings within its search results. So with this verified seal, it essentially acts as a backlink. Be mindful, adding this seal by itself will not actually move your website up the rankings immediately. However, adding it can offer a little boost to your website's authority. Now, after completing everything in this section, you will simply click the Save button. From here, we will head to the next section, which will be your private practice address, also known as your primary location. You will click on the pencil icon and a pop-up will appear. Regardless of whether you offer online or in-person sessions, you are still required to add a location. The reason for this is because the first step clients must take towards finding a therapist on Psychology Today is to enter in their preferred city or zip code. If you don't have an office or you manage an online private practice, this section does offer you the option to hide the street address from the public view. What this will do is only showcase the city of which you're located at instead of the actual address itself. So if you work from home, are traveling, or you don't have an office, you still need to add an address there, but you can check the box to hide it. The last part of this section is that Psychology Today does allow you to enter in the name of the address, which I find most therapists may simply enter in their counseling business name. After completing this section, you will simply click the Save button. The next section you will edit is your private practice phone number. You will click on the pencil icon next to phone and a pop-up should appear. You will notice that Psychology Today offers all members the ability to sign up for a protected phone number. This protected phone number has three purposes. First, it allows you to hide or disguise your original number so that clients don't actually have access to it. Now, I would never recommend any therapist to actually use their personal number on Psychology Today, since the likelihood is that that phone number does not have the encryption services that are required to be in compliance with HIPAA. Because of this, I would highly recommend that you invest in a HIPAA compliant phone number. Second, this protected phone number actually limits the amount of unsolicited and spammy phone calls that you might get. And lastly, this pseudo number can actually help you track all the calls that you're getting from that specific phone number. You see, a good marketing strategy involves you being able to keep track of all your leads, which in private practice would be considered prospective client referrals. If you do not keep track of where your referrals are coming from, then it becomes hard for you to actually know which marketing platform works and which one you need to get rid of. Now, when you actually apply for this protected phone number, Psychology Today will recommend that you select a local area code. My guess is that Psychology Today has collected enough data to showcase that clients are more likely to actually call a provider that has a local area code as opposed to an out-of-state area code. To me, it just boils down to the trust that a client might have when it comes to contacting a local provider. The last part of this section you may want to consider checking off is the box that states Psychology Today could send text of clients' contacts to your mobile phone. Now, if you entered in your personal phone number, which I would again recommend that you invest in a HIPAA compliant phone number instead, then I would suggest you not check that box. The reason for this is because when you get a text notification from a prospective client regarding a potential referral, your phone number again is not encrypted. So you are not in compliance with HIPAA guidelines. Now, the unfortunate reality when it comes to marketing on Psychology Today is that it is a game of speed. Here's what I mean. Many clients are reading through different profiles, and you are not the only one that they have tried to reach out to. As soon as a client tries to call you, it is your responsibility to try to reach back out to them immediately. I see time and time again that many therapists who have a part-time private practice while working full-time at their other job will say, well, I don't have time right now to call them back. I'll call them later. Then they come to me complaining that they tried to call, but no one picked up the phone. The reason tends to be is that the client actually contacted multiple people and you were the last one to call them because someone else actually reached out to them first, thus resulting in you losing out on a potential referral. Until you have established a full caseload or at least a system where clients can book a session or consultation call independently, you need to act with a sense of urgency. One thing that you can do to mitigate any missed calls you might get from a prospective client is to make sure that you have a solid voice message that instructs clients what they should do when and if you do not pick up that call. One piece of advice that I can give to you is that within your voice message, you need to indicate to the client that they can leave their name, their phone number, their email address, the reason why they are calling, and what day and time is best for you to call them back. The reason for this is because you need all that information just in case they say their number and you couldn't hear it, and then that way you can still have their email address so that you can send them a message. Even with this voicemail, I would still recommend that you try to call them back as soon as reasonably possible. If by chance you don't even have 15 minutes to have a full discussion with them, calling them back showcases your level of great and exceptional customer service. Yep, I did say customer service because remember, you are running a small service-based business. That's what a private practice is. As such, customer service is your #1 priority. I can't tell you how many times I immediately call the client back and for them to tell me that I'm the first one and the quickest one to respond back to their request. Once you have completed the phone number section, you will then click on the save button. And finally, you will click on the pencil icon next to the email section and a pop-up window will appear. Within this section, there are two options to enter in an email. The first option is to enter a personal or professional email address. The second option is to enter a designated office email address, which tends to work best for practice owners who have an assigned admin staff that sifts through all incoming referrals. As with your phone number, I would highly recommend that you invest in a HIPAA-compliant email system. As I mentioned in a previous module, your email address, especially if it's a personal one, most likely does not offer encryption services that would be in line with HIPAA guidelines. Now, like the phone number section, the email section offers you the option to check the box if you want to receive emails from potential clients as well as phone calls made by clients. As with phone calls, with email messaging, you need to immediately respond back to your client's request because remember, the name of the game with Psychology Today is speed. The quicker you're able to respond back to them is the quicker that you'll be able to sift through if this is a potential referral for your practice. Now, I do understand that sometimes you may not be available to return an email or a phone call whenever a client tries to reach out to you through your Psychology Today profile. So what I would recommend you do is create a response template and save it as a draft within your email system. What is written in that template is up to you, but here's an example of what I would recommend you write. Thank you for reaching out to me on Psychology Today. I believe I can be of support to you and your presenting concerns. Please let me know what day and time is good for us to speak over the phone to discuss your current counseling needs. From there, anytime you get an email request from Psychology Today, what you're going to do is go to your draft email folder, open and copy the pre-written template. Then go and create a new email. Paste the template within the main body of that email. Then you're going to have to copy and paste the prospective client's email address. And finally, write Psychology Today request within the subject line of that email before you finally press send. Now, you can head to the next module in which I will discuss the gallery section, where you can add additional pictures as well as an intro video.